ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Clipping In with Nick Scortino. Basically, this episode we're just going to dive into how last month went, how the month of June went, and how a couple things that have happened so far in the month of July. And yeah, there's not like a whole lot to talk about. Basically, you know, just all I've been doing is just riding the Peloton and doing workouts, and I've been working these last couple of weeks, which has been good because I haven't really been working too much. So it's nice to really, you know, have that balance going where it's basically all I do is I work, I get up, I get up, I work out, I go to work, and I come home. And sometimes I get up, I go to work, and I work out after. That's usually on my Wednesday nights, just because that's those are the West Coast Wednesdays, which I tend to usually work out a little bit more later. But yeah, so let's dive right into how June went for me. Um so I took 85 cycling classes, 30 stretching classes, 18 strength classes, and 14 cardio classes. I According to Peloton, I burned over 34,442 calories. My total output was 14,706. My total times for working out were 35 hours and 31 minutes. And I basically PR'd in terms of bike miles for the month. I rode 466 miles, which, yeah, I'll be completely honest, is insane to think because the second highest I've ridden ever in a month was 333, and I was, pretty ecstatic about that. But to go well over the 450 mark is, insane. I PR'd 8 times in the month of June, which is nice. And once again, I did not miss a a single day in terms of working out. I worked out every single day for the month of June, and yeah, pretty much. And I completed the cycling challenge. I got gold in cycling, for the other one for just working days worked out, and the strength one as well. So I did that, and I also achieved I hit 250 rides in the month of June, which was very good for me. I was very happy about that, and I'm coming up on 300. So I'm hoping 300 is going to be an in-person class. So I'll get into a little bit more uh, of that during the rest of the show. I also hit 200, not 200. I also hit 25 strength classes so far, 50 stretching, and I also hit 50 cardio. And I've also done 20 straight weeks, which is crazy to think that I've done 20 straight weeks, because I basically went from doing absolutely nothing to, hey, let's just start working out every day. And I'm still getting used to that. You know, it's just a change that I've got to get used to. It's because it's a very drastic change from how I was living my life basically for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, where I didn't give a shit about anything. I didn't give a shit about exercising, didn't give a shit about what I was eating. And now that has completely changed, as you guys have heard in the last couple of episodes. But yeah, I'm still getting used to that. I'm also still getting used to just having a different mindset. I mean, um, this is probably the most positive I've been, uh, probably ever, if I'm being on ever, if I'm being honest, ever, because there were things for me to be positive about, but it always came back down to how I looked, and how I was eating, or how my clothes are fitting, or everything like that. And now it's my clothes are too big that I have, which is a great feeling. I mean, don't get me wrong. It just sucks because I have a lot of clothes that I like to wear that are just a little bit bigger, but I don't really care. It looks not. I'm trying to think of the right word to say, but um, yeah, pretty much. I just, some of the shirts I have that are a little bit too big, I still wear anyway. It doesn't matter to me. If I prefer my shirts a little bit baggier. So kind of works out. But yeah, so the month of June was crazy. I did do two in-person classes, which was a lot of fun. And I'm gonna be taking my third one July 24th. So I'm pumped about that. I'm debating on what to do for that one. Just because I'm at 281 rides. I still have to work out today. I kind of pushed it off. I was a little tired all day. I wasn't firing on all cylinders, so we're gonna try to get that done later. And so pretty much I've got to get that done, and I'll be at like 286 rides, I want to say. So I might just stop at 299 and wait until I go to the class on the 24th, because it would be fun to, have my milestone class be my milestone of 300 rides be in person, which would be a lot of fun. And I'm also waitlisted for a class on July 31st, which would be the week after. So I got very lucky. I saw that there was a waitlist for the July 31st class, so I booked myself into it, and I was like, I'll put myself on now. Hopefully, it opens up and I can get into that class, which would be a lot of fun. And then I was able to book myself straight into this July 24th class, which was something that's never happened to me. I've never been able to book myself straight into a class on Peloton. So it was a lot of fun. Well, not really a lot of fun. It was fun to be like, oh, I don't have to put myself on wait list and wait and check my email all the time and this and this. I'm just in it, good to go. I don't have to worry about anything. So it's nice to have that. And so yeah, I was happy about that. I'm pumped up about that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Getting to the city is gonna be a little bit annoying just because I'm currently down in Long Beach Island, so I don't really have it's quite a drive. So I have to make a decision on that. That's also going to be a fun weekend for me. Me and my buddy Kyle are going to see Arsenal play Manchester United at MetLife Stadium that weekend. So I'm pumped up about that too. That'll be a lot of fun. But transitioning a little bit more back towards Peloton and everything else. But yeah, so pretty much like this week and last week, I kind of went a little off the rails in terms of cheat meals, and not necessarily cheat meals, just not eating as great as I have in the past. There was just a lot of food that I could have, like that was around that I'd eat that was not necessarily great for me, but I didn't really have much options. And so like obviously on like July 3rd we had a family barbecue, so I was having like hot dogs and hamburgers and a whole bunch of other things and dessert, which dessert is my kryptonite, man. I have a big sweet tooth, and that's been one thing that I've been trying to cut back tremendously on, and it's worked for the most part. But yeah, these last couple of days and last week were a little rough on that part, in that department, just because I was like, I've been doing good. I could have some of these things, and I realistically shouldn't have eaten as much as I did. But I mean, the same goes for I had my first cheat meal in probably like like a month or 2 months, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and that was Taco Bell. I'm a big Taco Bell guy, and so basically I ordered 4 items. It was a volcano taco, a volcano burrito, and then a cheesy gordita crunch with a Doritos Locos taco shell and a beefy melt burrito. So that was what I had. That was what I ate. I felt like shit right after I ate it. So I was like, okay, I kind of understand why I shouldn't eat this anymore. And yeah, so I learned that I learned that the hard way, just because I had been doing really well. I'd felt great, and then when I went back to eating that, it was just it was not good. It was not good, and so, but you live and you learn. I'm like, I'm getting used to being able to do that every once in a while. Not all the time, or not every like couple of days. I'm trying to eat significantly better. Like for example, tonight, my dinner was I had an arugula salad, so it was arugula, some shaved Parmesan cheese, some Italian dressing with some grilled chicken and some pistachios in it. So it was actually a lot. It was really good. Filled me up, and it was just it was a very nice, quick, easy dinner. No, not nothing too crazy. And so yeah, that's pretty much what like I've just continued to do. Basically, is um like when I'm like, oh, I'll have a salad for dinner tonight. Like, I incorporate a lot of salads. I'm a big salad guy. I've probably said that in last week's episode. And so I incorporate a lot of salads into my diet because it's just nice, quick, easy meal for me to have. Sometimes if I don't feel like really cooking anything, which I mean, I still can't really cook for myself. Working on that slowly, but yeah, so salads I incorporate a lot because it's nice and easy, and it really helps. Really helps me, and I always load it up with some protein. So I always load it up with grilled chicken, basically, and I try to have some like lower calorie dressings if it's an option. If it's not, I just use like I go light on the dressing and try not to go crazy. So um but yeah, and that's like the other thing too with this is I've been way more conscious of um like what I would eat on sandwiches and things like that. So like from lunch right now, basically what I'm eating is chicken or turkey. Sometimes I incorporate some ham and stuff, but chicken and turkey definitely are the two main ones for me with cheddar cheese. And then I picked up sweet and spicy Tabasco sauce, which was really good. And I also just picked up Tabasco sriracha. So I'm pumped up about that. I had that today. It was so good. I'm a big hot sauce guy, and hot sauce just has a lot of sugar and sodium and things like that in it that Tabasco doesn't necessarily have in it. So it's pretty good, and it works out great for me for my sandwiches. Adds a little bit of heat and some flavor to it. So it's really good to have. I think it's a really good substitute to incorporate into your sandwiches because usually for lunch that's just my go-to is I have a sandwich with a handful of sun chips or other potato chips and things like that. And I'm slowly learning. I'll probably start doing a little bit better and eating a little bit cleaner when it comes to lunch, but right now that's working for me so far. um but yeah, I mean, so far though, on this journey of me being healthy and actually living a lifestyle that's nice and not disgusting and gross. I am officially down 42 pounds. I weighed myself this morning and I'm at 250 pounds exactly, so I'm pretty pumped up about that. And it's funny because a lot of people have asked me, like, what is your goal for all this? Like, what's your goal weight, what's your goal for this or that? And I don't really have a goal, honestly. It's just continue to stay in shape and get myself into shape and just, continue losing the weight and um eating better. That's my answer to this. And a lot of people have those goal weights, have what they want to do. I just was my mindset with this whole thing is just was sick and tired of being overweight and being the fat kid and having to buy triple XL shirts and not being able to buy like the correct pants or pant size or even when it came to dress shirts. I had a hard time fitting into a dress shirt, had a hard time fitting into uh suits, nicer clothes, which is probably why I hated wearing them. And now um, well, I have not tried on a suit and or a dress shirt since I've dropped all this weight, but it'll be quite interesting because my suits that I have two. They were both purchased when I was severely overweight, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out because I'm gonna have to get them tailored a lot because I have a couple of weddings and events that I'm gonna have to use them for. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But And that is a great thing to say for myself, and that's one thing that I'm still slowly working on, which is, getting myself back into like a positive mindset. And I have everybody has days where everybody has off days, basically, is what I'm trying to get at with this too. Is everyone has off days. I have my off days. There's days where I'm just mentally I'm fried, and if I'm being honest, there's just music that I listen to sometimes that just puts me in a funk, and I it takes me a little while to get out of it, but I eventually get out of it. And with different music, basically, pretty much, music is without a doubt one of the most important things in my life. I've said that before. I've said, and I'll continue saying that. Just to have the ability to listen and hear other people's words and lyrics like hearing them right in your headphones, right in your ears, processing it helps so much in, you know, creating that different mindset and helping you tremendously. Like I stated in the last episode, a couple songs that I've listened to that have helped me tremendously, and I still listen to those songs to this day. They're still all over my playlist, all over everything. I still listen to them every day. Just to put myself in a better mindset, put myself in a, you know, mindset that I want to be, you know, like pretty much. I'm trying to think of the words, but I want to be in this mindset where I can, you know, like I can really do this because of the results that I've had. And my literally to this day, this scares the living shit out of me. I think like I've done all this world, put in all this effort. All it takes is 1, 2 days of me eating like crap, and I could probably revert back to eating like shit and very quickly. And that is the one thing that still to this day scares the living shit out of me, is because I don't want to do that. I don't want to revert back to these old ways. I don't want to be, put all this off just to put it back on and continue to be unhealthy and gross and things like that. And it sucks because like I was, like I looked at I was a couple of people have come up to me and been like, you know, "Oh, you look so great because like, you've lost a lot of weight and stuff." I'm like, "Thank you." And I never really realized it, but like my face, um, all of you are going to be looking at my face at some point, probably on Instagram or TikTok when I make a reel or TikTok about of a clip from this episode. But um, my face is definitely a lot thinner, and I looked at my a picture from October from my brother's wedding, and I was like, "I look like shit." And everybody that's I've said that to is like, you don't really look that bad." I'm like, "No, I look gross. I don't really look good. I really don't like the way I look in those pictures." And it sucks because I could have done this before my brother's wedding, but I didn't have the motivation. I didn't have the right mindset. I didn't have any of this to really go off of. And now I do. And so I've just, continued making it my goal to basically get in shape for once, because I've never been in shape in my life, which is sad. It's really sad to say that I've literally never been in shape in my life, no matter what. And I've grown up playing sports. I've loved playing sports, but never been in shape. And it's been very noticeable for that. And it is what it is at this point.